Welcome back, Queendom, to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be asking ChatGPT the age-old Valorant question: how do I get better at Valorant? And to hyper-specify it a little bit more, I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to come up with an aim training routine for me through aim labs. I was originally going to ask for it a little bit of tasks in game Valorant, just because I know that some coaches tend to do that, but I'm very curious to see what it recommends, maybe if it gives me some hot tips, and we're gonna follow whatever it says for an entire 5-day business week period. So if you're interested in staying, you can continue watching this video. And if you have any recommendations for how to stay in plat or to grow in higher elo, please let me know in the comments below. But for now, let's see what ChatGPT says. Here we are. Make me an aim training routine for Valorant using aim labs. This is not sponsored, by the way, but sure, here's an aim. It literally just gave it to me. Maybe I should have asked for a playlist. Maybe that would have been the better solution. But sure, here's your aim training routine for Valorant using aim labs. Oh my gosh, it's giving me so many options. This is a little crazy, crazy, crazy. It's still going. So let's read what this has to say, shall we? So, warm up. It gives me 6 hot tips. So it says, start with a quick 5-minute warm-up to get your hands and mind ready for training already. Play a few rounds of deathmatch in Valorant or any other game mode that requires quick flexes. So it doesn't actually give me specific aim training, like aim labs, but I mean, I already do 1 deathmatch, so maybe it says a few rounds. A few is 2 to 3, so maybe I'll do 3 rounds of deathmatch every day. Tracking. Tracking is an essential skill in Valorant, can confirm, and people in lower elo and even in higher elo don't forget how to track sometimes. And it involves keeping your crosshair on moving targets. Launch aim labs and select motion benchmark mode under the tracking session. Never done that. Set the difficulty level to your liking and complete the exercises for 10 minutes. How long is this gonna take me? Flicking. Flicking is another crucial. This is honestly something that I've been told I'm okay with. I'm obviously not a pro, but I'm not a beginner with this. In aim labs, select the kata mode under the flicking section and set the difficulty level to your liking and complete the exercises for 10 minutes. It's gonna take me a full freaking hour to do now that I'm looking at this. However, I've never used those modes. I've always just used a playlist, so I'm intrigued to see what this does. Click timing. Click timing involves reacting to a target and taking a shot as quickly and accurately as possible. Select the microflex mode under the click timing section in aim labs. Set the difficulty level to your liking and complete the exercises, once again, for 10 minutes. So microflex. I've done microflex before. It wants me to do that one exercise for 10 minutes. I'm gonna get tilted. Decision making. In Valorant, it's important to make quick and accurate decisions in high-pressure situations. Select the decision shot mode under the decision-making section in the aim lab. Set the difficulty to your liking and exercise for 10 minutes. Already 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is an hour routine, and we're not even on number 6 yet. Finally, create a custom training routine in the aim labs that focuses on your weaknesses and areas of improvement. Spend about 10 to 15 minutes practicing your custom routine every day to improve your aim and overall gameplay. So I was kind of hoping that would give me a custom playlist, but I guess I can show you the playlist that I use in aim labs and continue to do that on top of everything else. And remember to take breaks every 30 to 40 minutes to stretch your hands and wrists to avoid injuries. Avoid injuries. I can think of at least 2 people who have injuries due to Valorant. I'm going to do that. Maybe I should also look at a stretching routine, maybe a little warm up, with some dynamic stretches. I don't know. I feel like that might be too much effort. But with consistent practice, you'll see improvements in your aim and performance in Valorant. So let's see what happens, I guess. So I'm going to start Monday and go till Friday, and then I'll let you know the results on Friday, and then we'll see if I continue it on for a month. But yeah, let's see what happens. So this is day 1 of the Valorant challenge. You can probably see my frustration right here. Not only were all my clips muted from this day, but my computer actually blue screened and I lost all of the aim labs footage. So what a great way to start this challenge. But basically I can tell you what I did and show you the remainder of what I finished. I decided that 10 to 15 minutes was a very long time for an average gamer like myself. So I decided to do 5 minutes, especially because I did work 9 to 5 on this day. And by the time I got home, I just wanted to play some video games. I did the Valorant Expert playlist on aim labs, which had pretty much every single task idea that ChatGPT gave me. And then I hopped into the range. I did easy, medium, and hard bots with the sheriff. And then I switched over to the Vandal for medium and hard bots. My first time doing hard today was actually so upsetting. So I ended up doing the hard bots until I could hit 20. And then I threw myself into a death match. The first death match was very challenging because I was using a sheriff, yes, but it wasn't that I wasn't hitting nice shots with the sheriff. I actually did pretty well with it. The issue was trying to find people on Bind who were not crouch sitting with an operator. Welcome to my elo, I guess. The second game, I ended up going in with a Vandal, and I found myself a little bit more confident. But during today's games, I lost my first one, won my second one with 12-14, and honestly, I was feeling a little bit disheveled and a little bit upset that I had gone through all of this effort and I still couldn't do anything. But once again, only one day of training is not going to have real-time results. So then my duo hopped on, and honestly, we lost the first one, won the next two, and we started to feel really good after the next two. So let's see how the rest of this challenge goes. Welcome to day 2 of the challenge. What I noticed on this day was that I was actually feeling really good. And I think this might be a placebo effect because I know I'm doing this aim training challenge. But I was very surprised to see my progress, not just in the range, but in the death match. This is actually my first time ever winning a death match. I had some really good kills here, but it was also just exciting to be in with my friends and have them cheer me on during this activity. Very exciting stuff. And I did manage to notice that I was clutching a little bit in my games. As you can see here in my Pearl match, I had some good game sense, yes, but I really trusted my utility and my aim. So I was very intrigued and excited to see this progress, but of course, we'll see how the rest of this goes. Day 3 was definitely my best day in the entire challenge. I was feeling myself, doing great in deathmatch. My aim labs routine, I pretty much got new high scores in every single task. And I was feeling really good with the Vandal on this day. This day is actually the day where I hit my first Vandal ace, and based on the clips that you can see here, I definitely was not only feeling myself, but my duo was too. And it was exciting to see that I could trust myself with the Vandal and I could trust my teammates to cheer me on, number one, but also I had confidence. I think the one thing I'm learning throughout this routine is to start gaining the confidence that I need in the rest of this game. But then came day 4. And day 4, I hit rock bottom is the best way to put it. I think with my aim, I've realized, and as many low elo players realize, you are terribly inconsistent. And this is the first day where I was no longer feeling myself. I was definitely feeling the terribly inconsistent. I was still making good plays with my teams in game, but during my deathmatch and all of my warm-up routine, I just felt off. And I think the one thing I'm learning from this challenge the most is when you feel off, really don't push yourself too much. I think what Chatgpt said about taking breaks, I really listened to that on this day, and I took a huge break. Instead of warming up, I took a break after aim labs, took about an hour, then got back into it, and I was still doing okay, but I wasn't doing the best. So if there's anything I'm taking away from this challenge is that I really need to listen to myself when I realize that I'm not doing the best. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what my teammates say. I care more about what I'm thinking about my own performance. And if I'm not feeling good, then why am I playing the video game in the first place? Day 5 was the final day of the challenge, and it was an okay day in Valorant. I definitely felt good in the DM, specifically because my duo and some of my friends were available. I've realized that during this challenge, I didn't solo as much, and I wonder if that was just a confidence thing as I build up my confidence. My teammates and the people who I'm with give me the confidence. But at the end of this day, I actually felt like I had an established routine and that Chatgpt did a good job, specifically with the aim labs routine. I think that going forward, thinking about the conclusion of this challenge, I'm definitely going to continue an aim labs playlist for the rest of the month and see how that performance and how that consistent routine is going to help me, and see if it will keep me in platinum, if it will elevate me to a higher tier, or if that will do nothing and my terribly inconsistent nature will take over. The addition of the 3 DMs I felt was a lot for me, but in the end, I do think I am going to continue with this going forward. I know there's a lot of contention in the community as to whether it is helpful or not to do death matches. There are people who are staunched against it, and I was against it for a long time, specifically doing it without audio because I was just so jump scared by it. But I do see the benefit in being able, at least for my game sense, I saw a huge benefit for it, rather than just also making me feel confident if it's going to be a good day or not. As for spending hours and hours, like Chatgpt says, because I am a casual player with a life, I do touch grass sometimes. I definitely don't think I'm going to be doing everything that ChatGPT says, but I am going to continue with some aspects of it moving forward. If you made it to the end of this video, I just want to ask you to hit the like if you enjoyed the content. If you think I should be doing a different type of aim routine like the Miyagi method, or if you have any suggestions or anything that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing every single person's views and ideas and opinions on this type of training routine. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, Queendom, and have a great rest of your day.